Hello everyone. I introduce myself as Namita Kapoor from Dublin, and I'm representing today level 3 support team. And today I'll go through you to how to log a support case so that it should get investigated and resolved quickly. So let's go ahead and I'll go through the slides. Can we have the first slide? Okay. So we all know how support works. We get the information from the customer and support will give you the assistance, whether it's a level 1, level 2 or level 3 support. After that, we as a support give you the direction. We'll show you the direction where you should look for the resources like the online help or to whom should you contact. And at last, we'll help you to resolve your issue quickly. Level 1 is the business partner, the third party vendor or partner. When customer have issue, then they approach to the level 1 team, and the level 2 team is our Sage team. That's the next level from L1, like the level 2 when they are Sage employee, not the third party vendor. And then the level 3 team when the issue is not being fixed from the L2 side, then the L3 team, which we as in sitting in the Dublin take care for to resolve the issue, which is not exactly the development team, but the support team, which will give you the workaround or the scripts. So I'll go further for today's agenda. So today's agenda, as I explained earlier, is how to log a support case so that it gets investigated and resolved quickly. It will include the overview of support journey and prepare to log your ticket, which is like what needs to be in hand before when you are going to raise your ticket, and then submit your issue. And finally, as an example, how you are logging your ticket and what information you need into the ticket. Next is, as I mentioned, overview of the support journey. So here we all know when, let's say, the breakdown happened at customer side or the customer is facing any issue with, let's say, dashboard or any communication or regarding reports, then what customer needs to do? The customer will report an incident to the business partner or the level 1 support. Level 1 support will start their investigation and troubleshooting, which will further do some troubleshooting from their side. When level 1 support finished and let's say the issue didn't resolve, then they raise the ticket to the level 2 support. Level 2 support will do the investigation, and then it will come to the level 3 if any work if any solution didn't get. Then finally the final step will be the development team. If we think the issue is with a software, if it is a bug or enhancement or needs a development assistant, then final things will go to the development team. So next thing, before creating a case, let's say if we are ready to go for to raising an issue, then what we need first of all. So just make sure that you have gone all through the great resources like the community articles. Have you checked all the community articles related to the issue, or any blog articles on Sage City, or any online help from the Sage partners? And the last, troubleshooting document. If you have already faced any similar issue, then you should have, if you have any troubleshooting document, you can follow and maybe it will help to resolve the issue then and there. So that's before creating a case. The next, how to prepare, what the preparation needs to be taken. So I'll go through from everyone's perspective, like from the customer perspective, from L1, L2 and level 3 perspective. So first of all, I'll go through from the customer perspective, what customer needs to do when they initially found the issue, when they encountered the issue at their site. So first of all, as I mentioned in the previous slide, that they need to assemble the resources they need, like any online documents, or they should know to whom to contact, what's their first point of contact. They need to have the resources all they need. The second step, what they need to do is they need to prepare a document for the steps to replicate so that they can hand over the document to the L1 team. The third thing, which is a major thing, they need to take all the backup of the database, the registry entries, or any system files. Because when the level 1 or any support team is going to troubleshoot, then it's very, very mandatory to have all the backups of the database and registry entries or any files. The last thing is the customer needs to prepare a test environment for us, so that it will be easy to go into the test environment, because it's not recommended to go to the production environment and do the troubleshooting. It's very risky. So always prepare a test environment for us to troubleshoot. Next, when the customer have all the things and they have handed over to the L1, now what L1 needs to ask from the customer? Now it's time for the L1 team to ask the questions from the customer for further investigation. So how the customer have encountered the issue, and especially when they have realized that, okay, the issue has been occurred. If it does, have you done any upgrade? From which version you have upgrade? And is it straight after upgrade, or was the issue before upgrade? Or is it a fresh install? So it is very necessary to know when the breakdown happened. And if it is not with the database, if it, let's say, with the demo data, they think that it can be with the demo data, then what they are thinking to have the expected result, what is the desired result from the issue, and what actual result they are facing. So we need to know, the L1 team should know what the expectation of the customer from this issue. Next is if it is a database related or the configuration issues. L1 team should know, is it data related or is it their environmental issue? This is the most important thing, because sometimes it's very confusing that the issue is coming from any corrupted data, or if any service has been broken, or any Microsoft updates is causing issue. So this is very important to distinguish whether it is a database related or an environmental issue. And the good practice is to have the clickstream of the list of steps they have taken for encounter the issue. When they have encountered the issue, when L1 team have seen on the remote or on the customer side that this issue is happened, then they should have the steps to replicate document. So this is the L1 part which needs to be asked from the customer. Next, I'll show you how L2 team, what's the perspective from the L2 team? What's they need to prepare to investigate? So they should have all the necessary logs, especially the fresh logs, because if this is if it includes the old logs, then it's very confusing to know the issue. So it should we should gather all the necessary logs and the fresh logs. And always keep track of the event viewer logs, because if it's environmental issue, sometimes it will not show into the system logs, it will not show into the SQL logs. Then the event viewer log is very helpful to show us some where it break. So sometimes the error will pop up into the event viewer log, and it helps us to resolve from there. Second thing is ask for the upgrade logs. If let's say the customer has upgraded from any previous version, let's say from very long 7.2 or 7.3, then the upgrade logs are very helpful to know where it break, where the issue occurs, what system files were missing while upgrading, what error have occurred while upgrading. And the most importantly, we suggest customer to keep the pre-upgraded database until they are very satisfied that everything is going smoothly. So don't delete the pre-upgraded database, because it will help us to troubleshoot, especially in the case of long tail upgrade, to know where it breaks, so that we can perform the same upgrade in our system to know actually where it breaks. So the best practice is to keep the pre-upgraded database. And if it is a configuration issue, if it is an environmental issue, then it's good to know what are the supported operating system, what is the SQL version, or if there is any Microsoft updates have been taken or registry entries are missing. So all these information needs to be prepared before troubleshooting. So that's the L2 or Sage local team part for the investigation. Now when L2 team investigates the issue, so how they investigate, or they should investigate, they should go through all the logs, like the system logs, SQL logs, and they should ask for the database if the issue is not with the demo data. If they think it's not with the demo data, then always ask for the database. And a good practice is to anonymize the data, because sometimes the data is confidential or the customer is not ready to give the database. Then you could try to convince them if they can run this anonymized script so that the data can be anonymized and we can try to replicate if the data is complicated or confidential. And always try to replicate the issue at your end first, so that you can be sure that you are getting the same result as the customer faced. And take all the necessary troubleshooting steps, and most importantly, document those steps so that it will avoid everyone's to be repetitive tasks, to do the repetitive tasks. So that if L2 team should have the troubleshooting steps what they have already taken, then L3 team or the development team will not repeat those tasks, so that they can look from the different angle. And especially if it is an integration issue, then always prepare a VM for us to provide to development or to the L3 team. It's a good practice to have a VM ready to look for. Now, when L2 team have finished their troubleshooting and investigation, and still the issue is not being resolved, then it will raise to the L3 team. Now, what's the part L3 team needs to do from their side? What we need to investigate. So we need a short title or a concise description of the issue. And again, as I said, the steps to replicate document, which is more important, so that we should have something to investigate, to follow. And we always recommend the screencast or screenshots. When you're providing steps to replicate, then we always encourage screencast or the video or the screenshots, because we all know a picture is worth 1,000 words. So it will be very easy when we see a video of the issue. We can do the same steps, we can follow the same steps, and we can replicate from our end. Because if it's a long steps, then sometimes it can be missed while documenting. But it's very easy when it's recorded. So any steps will not be missing. So it's easy to replicate. Now we need all the logs which you have gathered from the customer, and the troubleshooting steps, and the most important, again, the database or VM where they have replicated, and the pre-upgraded database. So that's what L3 team or we need for the further investigation. Now how L3 team, it's just the gist of the things what L3 do for the troubleshooting. We investigate the logs, when the issue started happening, and what's in the corresponding SQL logs. Let's say if there is a error in the system log, then we try to match in the SQL log at the same time what query has been run at the background. And we try to check the SQL profiler to search for the similar query or for extra queries is being running at the background at the time of breakdown. So when the issue happen, we always look for the SQL profiler, and after that we check for the fiddler trace and the event viewer logs. If it's in the case of the as I said, configuration, environmental, or if any request is not being sent, if it's a response we are not getting, then it's very good practice to have a fiddler trace. Then we investigate the database for any data related issue. We try to fix it for delete the corrupted data, or if any column issue, let's say if the data type is not correct, or any data related issue, we try to fix it if we can fix. We try to provide scripts or workaround if possible. So that's L3 troubleshooting. And in the case of web services issue, we try to look in the Postman interceptor in case of exchange related or the web services related issue. So that's the L3 team troubleshoots. Now the last thing, when we say development team, the part of the development team. So when L3 team should approach or escalate to the development team. Now, if we think that this is a bug in the software, if we diagnose that it is a bug in the software, we can escalate to the development team. Or if we think that this is a good feature and can be raised as an enhancement, the customer think it should be a good feature, then we think from our perspective that is it really an enhancement, then we raise to the development team. The most important thing, if it is security issue, if let's say customer have any security issue related, then we escalate to the development team for the patch if they needed a patch immediately, because that's the most important thing the development needs to fix. The two other things when we approach the development team is when we need a possible workaround to provide to the customer for urgent issue, which let's say from our side, L3 team side, we don't have idea, because maybe the developer team needs to look at the code, because if it's a data related issue and if let's say something is being hard coded in the code or any logic which we are not able to find from the files, then development team needs to look into the code. And that's how that's all the steps or approach we need to escalate to the development team. Finally, I'll show you the example, the case study. So if you see the example, this will give you an idea when raising an issue. For example, let's say the case number is CRMS 101 and the title of the issue is actual versus target report. So you can see we need a short description of the title. This is actual versus target report. It's short and sweet. And from the title, we can make out that it is related to the report. So we can focus onto the report section. Now, if we see the type this is as a bug, priority is mentioned as minor. So we can see here it's not a very critical or major. So it's not it doesn't require any immediate action. So we can make it as a minor. Which affected which versions has been affected, like 2018 or 2019, or if it's only on the latest version. So components, reports, label, none, and region from where the issue has been raised. It's Asia, North America, Germany, or this just defines the region from where the issue has been raised. Reproduce on vanilla means it has been reproduced on the demo data. It's not with the customer database. Maybe the customer has faced the issue, but the support team have tried that, okay, this is not only with the customer data, it has been reproduced on the demo data as well. And then upgraded, no, new install, which means that it's not been upgraded, it's a fresh install. Integrated, none, standalone, it's not integrated. So resolution detail, I'll come on this slide later. Again, so the next slide is the description. Again, I told you like the description should be there. What's the description of the issue? And steps to replicate. Again, it's a short step, so it's fine. We don't need any video or something, because these steps can tell us how to go through, how to replicate the issue, and what are the desired result, and what's the actual result the customer is getting or we are getting. So the actual result we are getting, let's say the graph and value are not showing correct values according to the forecast, but the expected result is the graph and value both should show the correct value. So we should have these two things if we are raising it as a bug or as an enhancement. So these values should be clear enough. What's the expected, so that a development team can work on that. And at last, again, the attachment. So we don't have the screencast, we have only the screenshot of the issue. We don't need any video because the steps were very clear. So, but it's very good practice to have a video always. I'll go back to the previous slide here where it said result when it has been raised to the development and we got let's say we got the answer from development that it's not an bug or it's not an issue, it is behaving as by design. So the resolution detail here is by design because this was not an issue, this was behaving as it should be. So the resolution is won't do because it's not a bug and it's by design. So I would like to thank you all for listening the slides. I think I'm a bit clear how to log a ticket, and hopefully it will help you guys for further investigation and when you're logging a case. Thank you so much.